So first I want to thank everybody for coming. My dad was loved, but based on the turnout, it's pretty evident that he was loved by many. So speaking of celebrations, my dad was truly the life of the party. With his big, vibrant personality, he was always the first one on the dance floor, inviting everybody else to join him in the fun and the laughter. His energy and his spirit brought people together, and it's very, very clear that he continues to do it now, even after he passed. I don't know if you guys had the chance to kind of wander around the room and see all the pictures, the many faces, literally and figuratively, of my dad. He was a beautiful baby with big, endearing eyes and curls. Some might even think he was a girl. He was beautiful. Then there was the scholar who excelled in music, no surprise. I think we have some report cards there. As a handsome and charming world traveler, he was often seen with a pretty lady by his side. He was also an athlete, and fun fact, his senior year, he won a physical fitness award. As a talented, well-dressed musician who joined the New York psychedelic rock music scene in the late 60s, he had some pretty good stories to tell. He eventually settled down to become a loving husband and a doting, affectionate father. He was a golfer, a South Bronx businessman, and eventually a papu who loved his grandchildren unconditionally. Throughout his life, he surrounded himself with people and experiences that brought him happiness and joy. Often greeting you with a big welcoming hug or a familiar low tweet or cheek tweet. He had a knack for coming up with nicknames for the ones he loved in his life, making each person feel special and in the fun. By the way, right behind that column, there's a board that if he gave you a nickname, feel free to sign, because I think that board would be filled with nicknames that he had for people. That was my dad. He made you feel special and loved. He was a peaceful, kind, and easygoing man, incredibly generous and full of affection. He adored me throughout my life, providing countless opportunities that enriched my experience and broadened my horizons. My dad always encouraged me to go find my passion. He supported my education and athletic endeavors, and he wanted me to pursue my new adventures. In everything he did to be there for me, he did so with kindness and wisdom and love. These opportunities with life lessons have truly shaped the person I am today. I'm going to share today a couple priceless lessons that have shaped who I am and how I live and love today. My dad had to make some difficult but life-changing decisions, turning obstacles into possibilities and possibilities into opportunities by shifting his perspective. Two examples come to mind. The first is his journey to sobriety. If you knew my dad before 2008, you likely shared some good times and possibly a bunch of drinks together. When faced with demand to stop drinking, he definitely rose to the challenge. Focusing on the possibilities ahead, he became sober right before the birth of his first grandchild, Carter, choosing family over alcohol. By reframing this obstacle through the lens of love, His decision created an opportunity to transform his life and ours. Sobriety not only shifted his perspective, but also allowed him to support the AA community and help others achieve sobriety. I am forever grateful for his determination and perseverance. He is definitely my role model. Another example is when he chose to prioritize happiness later in life. By making a difficult decision to change his lifestyle a few years ago, he found a new source of love and joy. While many might remain in an unfulfilled situation, my dad shifted his perspective and discovered a path that brought him genuine happiness. I admire his courage and determination to prioritize his own well-being and happiness. Dad, thank you again for shaping who I am today. Many of my best qualities come from you, and I am proud, very proud, to be your daughter. From your love and strength in facing challenges, you left an incredible life on my life. You left an incredible mark on my life and my family. I am forever grateful for the values and lessons you've installed in me. Every morning, I read daily meditations. On May 23rd, the day before my dad passed, the Stoic reading said, bear with me, "Show me the good life doesn't consist in its length, but in its use. And that it is possible, no entirely too common, for a person who has had a long life to have lived too little." Here's the translation. There is no need to imitate Seneca. Show yourself that no matter how many years you've been given, your life can be sincerely seen as long and fulfilling. We all know someone like that, my dad. Someone we lost too early, but still think, if I could accomplish half of what they did, I considered myself well lived. The key to achieving this is focusing on the present moment and fully engaging in the task at hand, whether big or small. By doing so, we can soften the swift passage of time. I don't believe it was a coincidence that reading coincided with this passage. Although my dad's life was cut short, he lived and achieved more than most people can dream of, serving as an inspiration. In honor of my dad, let's dedicate ourselves to being present, following our dreams, and carving a path for happiness, as this can bring meaningful progress to our lives. His memory will live on in the hearts of those he touched. I deeply miss him, and I am grateful for the time together and the love we shared. Thank you, a sincere thank you to everyone who has come to honor my dad's life today. To our friends and family near and far for your support, it's meant the world to us. A shout out to my brother Chris and his girls for sharing this incredible journey we call life together. Your love and companionship means everything. A special thanks to Craig, Carter, Nola, who have been my foundation, safety net, and comfort through this. Let's raise a glass. Let's celebrate my dad's kindness, his spirit, and his ability to see the best in people. Cheers to the many faces of my dad, or to you, Gary, or Gaga, or one of his favorite names, Apu. I'll leave you with the words from the Beatles. And in the end, The love you take is equal to the love you make. Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm going to pass it off to Chris.